brought to you by Siegfried and Jensen.
Hi there, everybody, and welcome to KSL Golf. Glad to have you aboard. We're at Oakridge Country Club in Farmington, where this week, it's the biggie. The Utah State Amateur will be played here this week. All the best amateurs in the state will be here competing for the most prestigious trophy in Utah. BYU golfer Kelton Hirsch is your defending champ. We will talk to Kelton coming up in just a bit. But first, let's get started with our Uinta Golf Tip of the Week. Now, all the guys that are going to be playing here this week, they hit the ball crisp, clean, and flush consistently. For the rest of us, not so much. Well, here's Mark Wetzel to show us a drill how we can hit the ball crisp and clean and pure more consistently.
All right, let's talk about hitting those crisp iron shots that we've been talking about. One of the ways that you can really hit good iron shots or consistent iron shots is making sure the club face is square at impact. Without a doubt, that's probably the most important part of hitting those consistent, crisp iron shots, is making sure that club face is nice and square at impact. So we're going to talk about how to get that club face square at impact. What you want to do is, if you have an impact bag at home, that's a really good thing to utilize. And what an impact bag is, it's like a big bean bag if you don't have one, or a big pillow. And the whole point of that impact bag is to make sure that right when you impact that golf ball, that club face is nice and square. And it's not talked about a lot, but I'm telling you right now, having that club face nice and square at impact is a critical part of hitting those crisp iron shots again and again. So without an impact bag, I've got a couple drills that you can utilize to make sure your club face is square. First, it's pretty simple. If you're at lunch or you're waiting in line somewhere and you're a right-handed player, you can just sit and focus on just kind of doing your left hand only and making sure the back of your hand, right when that club, imaginary club, is at the ball, is down the target line. You can sit and do this to make sure you're doing this over and over again. That's really going to help you. A lot of people like to pull down on the shaft of that club, and what happens is your hosel becomes the target. That's where the shanks come from. Or that club face is so wide open, that's where you're going to have that big slice and you're going to spin the golf ball. So making sure that that club is nice and square at impact will help you hitting those crisp iron shots. Another way you can do that, besides just making sure the back of your left hand for a right-handed player, is you can set up just a club going down the target line with a head cover right on outside of that. The reason why the head cover is important is what it does is it helps me not to go over the top. It's going to help me to keep inside to that nice inside square club plane that we need to have to hit those nice iron shots every single time and have that perfect impact position. So slow motion, I'll stand here and I'm just going to focus on turning back halfway, and then slow motion I'm going to go back down. You'll notice I'm still going to rotate my hips. That's going to start that downswing, but I'm also going to make sure that the back of my left hand is also rotating so that when I hit the butt end of that club, my club face is nice and square. By doing this drill, that's going to help you with that club face and the line of that shaft to make sure that you're consistently going down the line every single time so you can have that consistent strike. The head cover, if you remove it, is also going to help you to make sure that you're not coming over the top. I heard some teachers a long time ago, this is back probably in the 40s and 50s, where they would put a wood block here. The problem is if you come over the top of that wood block, you might be hurting your wrist a little bit. So don't do that. Put a head cover, and that's going to focus on making sure not only you want to try to get that back of the left hand square to the golf ball, but it's going to force you to come to the inside to square, back to the inside attack without hitting this head cover. So I'm going to try to do this just a little half swing. I'm going to come inside. You'll notice I was able to do that without hitting that head cover. If you have a problem coming over the top and you spin the golf ball a lot, you're going to go ahead and you hit that head cover. That means you're coming outside to in. So try these drills. Really focus on your impact position, especially where the back of that hand is at impact, and you'll be amazed by how much better you're going to be able to impact that golf ball, create less spin, and hit the golf ball longer and actually straighter. I guarantee it.
As we mentioned earlier, here at Oakridge Country Club, it's the Utah State Amateur this week. All the best players will be here. BYU golfer Kelton Hirsch is your defending champ. Now, a year ago, he wasn't considered to be one of the favorites. Well, this year, different story. He is considered one of the favorites with a big old target on his back.
I think there's a little more pressure on me to perform well, knowing it's my home course and being the defending champion. So I just got to be ready to go mentally and treat it like any other tournament, but enjoy it as well. Yeah, playing the State Am growing up was, I played it 3 or 4 times in high school and since high school, and it was always that tournament you look forward to every year, and you see those guys that made it all the way to the end and were able to win, and it's like, you know, that would be really cool to do one day, and it really was awesome to make it happen last year, and it was a ton of fun. There were a lot of great players. A lot of people were surprised that I was able to win it last year, but it kind of puts your name out there. Last year, not many people knew who I was, and I mean, in the headlines, it was all about Fishburne losing rather than me winning. So hopefully this year I can make another run and people actually know who's going for it. So.
Well, another BYU golfer, Rhett Rasmussen, would have been considered to be one of the favorites here this week for the Utah State Amateur, but Rhett won't be playing here at Oakridge this week. That's because he'll be playing in another little old tournament in New York. Rhett qualified to play in the U.S. Open at Shinnecock Hills this week. Rhett did so by qualifying in the sectional qualifier in California on Monday, where he finished tied for 3rd. Now, Rhett is accustomed to playing against top-level talent. He's played in a lot of world events and won the Junior World Championship in San Diego in 2013. But man, oh man, this is the best he'll ever compete against. Thursday, he's going to be teeing up against Tiger, Mickelson, McIlroy, Finau, and all the best in the world.
Honestly, no. I haven't played anything to this magnitude before.
Are you thinking about what it's going to be like to be on the practice tee with all those guys that you've watched every week for the last few years?
Yeah, I've thought about it a little bit, but you know, I don't want to kind of falter under the moment. So I've just been kind of trying to just picture it as a regular tournament.
Take us through the final few holes Monday at the qualifier, knowing that you had to finish pretty well to get in.
Yeah, so I checked my phone with about 3 holes to go, and I knew that I had to make 1 birdie coming in, and it would probably make me pretty safe. And so I was able to birdie the par 5 16th hole, and then coming in, those last 2 pars were pretty nervy, but I was able to get it done.
Then you had to wait around to see if anybody would knock you out, right?
Yeah, I had to wait around and watch 2 guys miss a 3-footer to knock me into a playoff, so that was pretty tough. This
is what you've been dreaming about all your life, isn't it?
Oh yeah, this is what I've been working for the last 10 years.
And it's here.
It is. It is. The moment has arrived.
Okay, so you've won tournaments, you've won world tournaments. So what are your expectations going in against all the big boys?
Honestly, I want to make the cut. You know, that'd be great, but honestly, just have a good time and soak it all up.
All right, good luck to Rhett and also Tony Finau, our 2 Utahns competing at Shinnecock Hills this week at the U.S. Open. Hey, don't forget about our KSL Golf Day presented by Smith's at the Ranches at Eagle Mountain. Great golf at a great price for a great cause. Every Wednesday at 3 o'clock at the Ranches at Eagle Mountain, it's only $12 for 9 holes in a cart, and $10 of every green fee will go to Primary Children's Hospital. Tee times begin at 3 at the Ranches. Call the Ranches Pro Shop to sign up. Well, now let's once again try to give away some money in our Siegfried and Jensen Putt for Cash. Each week, one person has a putt of 50 feet. If it goes in, they win $5 grand. Wendell Jung of Highland, you're our putter today. What kind of a putter are you?
Average, I guess.
Average?
Try to get as good as I can.
You've hit a long putt like a 50-footer in your life before, right?
I have.
When's the last time?
Oh, probably maybe about a year ago.
Oh, well then you're due, right?
Yeah, it's about time.
Okay, $5,000 if you make it today. What would you do with that money?
Well, I'll let you know after I sink the putt. How's that?
You haven't spent it already?
No, not yet. My wife probably, but we'll see.
She's probably more excited than you.
Yes, I think she is. Yeah.
How are the nerves?
Pretty good right now. So as if I stand over it, I'm sure hopefully I don't get the nerves.
Just one time. That's all you need.
That's
you just need one putt to go in.
That's right.
We'll make it.
Ready to do it.
All right, Wendell Jung, make this for $5 grand. That looks really good. Where's the break right? Where's the break right? Oh, that's a good putt. Wendell, it didn't break right as much as you thought.
No, not as much. It needed a little less speed.
Wendell, that was a great putt. You left it 3 feet away from the cup. So we're going to have a little option here. You can have that putt at $100 a foot. That's $300. Or you can go back to the 50-foot range and have that over for half price, $2,500. What do you want to do?
We'll do it again.
You want to do it for $2,500 bucks?
Yeah, we'll do it again.
You're going to give up the $300, go to $25. That's what I like to hear. Let's make it this time. Okay, Wendell, let's see if the gamble pays off for $2,500. Oh, it broke left on you to begin with. Good speed, though.
Yeah.
That's another great putt.
Yeah.
Wendell, you're consistent anyway. You left it 3 feet away from the cup again.
About pin high. Yep.
So it's going to be half price at $50 a foot. That's a $150 putt. So if you make this 3-footer, we're going to give you $150.
I'll go for it. We'll do it. Yep.
Wendell, just so you know, no one has ever come away with money all summer long. So make it. Hey, hey, hey! We have our first winner of the year.
Thank you.
Wendell Jung, you picked up $150.
Hey, it's not bad for a day's work.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Is that the most you've ever made on a golf course?
I think so.
There you go.
So.
Congratulations.
All right, I'll buy you a drink.
Well, yeah, all right, okay. Now, if you'd like a chance to putt for $5,000, go into any of the Smith's Marketplace stores along the Wasatch Front and check out the banner with the ugly dude and enter, and you could be the one to putt for cash. Hey, just a reminder to enter for our grand prize drawing that we'll be giving away in August. And when I say grand, you know what I mean. Free unlimited golf for all of next year at the ranches in Eagle Mountain, Coral Canyon, Sky Mountain, or Falcon Ridge in Mesquite. And we're also giving away a set of Cleveland Launcher CBX irons. Just go into any of the 5 UNA Golf stores from Riverdale to St. George to enter. Time to take a break. When we come back, we'll find out what our forecast will be for our golf game next week. That's when KSL Golf, presented by Siegfried and Jensen, comes back to Oakridge Country Club in Farmington, the site of this week's Utah State Amateur.
Great looking week to get out there, guys. Things going to be a little warm once again, folks, down in St. George. Plenty of sunshine, but drink that water. Temperature in the triple digits. Towards the end of the week, good luck hitting that ball straight. It's going to be a little breezy. And then Saturday and Sunday, you can still play, but we're going to have those afternoon scattered showers and storms trying to pop up into the mix. Northern Utah, much the same, just much cooler temperatures. Lots of sunshine for us. Warm Wednesday and Thursday, breezy Thursday and Friday. And then again, could get caught in an isolated storm if you play in the afternoon on the weekend.
Okay, thank you. Well, that'll do it for tonight. We'll see you again next Sunday night. And remember, it's always better to hit it long and straight rather than short and crooked. See ya.